I was about to say Grand Rising. I say that so much that I was just about to say that. Oh man. But anyway, I think it's grand afternoon. What's going on? Y'all made it to the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna wait. It's Friday, it's hot, you know. What is going on, people? Y'all got most people have a 4-day weekend coming up. And I just thought I would come on here, talk to y'all for a little bit, you know. Um, how do you get a generation to self-destruct? This is my topic today. After seeing some unsettling things recently and just from past experiences. So, with all the chaos that's going on throughout the world, uh, how do you help a people destroy themselves? Hey, Tosh, how are you doing? Hey, you know what, Tosh? Um, it's funny that it must be Detroit week or something because they show movies that's focused in or around Detroit. They show 8 Mile, and now they're showing Four Brothers. I visited Detroit briefly, so I didn't see the areas that they focus those movies in, but it's a pretty interesting place, Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I know you from Chicago, but pretty close, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we had a lot of stuff going on this week. Y'all know with the thing that happened, and you know, we got people on my timeline that's you know depressed. And I'm always giving tips about how to raise your vibration. I said because if you like watch TV, if you watch the media or mainstream media, I say these events are going to do something to your psyche. You know what I mean? Look for more celebrity deaths. That's what I'm saying. A lot of shit's gonna happen. I know, right? I look at Four Brothers like every time they come on. It is like I like Mark Wahlberg. Well, I know him as Marky Mark. I was around when that song "Good Vibrations" was out, and it was a hit. It was a club banger. Um, we just watched The Italian Job last week. Now we're trying to figure out a movie that we're gonna watch tonight. It's Friday night, Again, it's hot as fuck in Texas. We got a day or two reprieve from the heat. We got some rain. It cooled down as much as Texas can cool down. It got hot again. And it's only still May. Man, imagine when August get here. We're gonna have one hell of a summer. We really are. We done. Stick a fork in the society. It's over. Yeah, absolutely. I can't disagree with you on that. You know, you know, part of what I wanted to say was, how do you get a people to self-destruct? Because the Negro has self-destructed. You know what I'm saying? One of the things is there's no respect for elders these days. I've seen it personally. There's no respect. You see what I mean? It's like elders don't even matter anymore. You know what I mean? I was watching this new channel called Revolt, and they had a a segment on there where they had these four people, right? And this young boy was on there, and Let me see if I can share it with you real quick. I'm gonna try and share this with you. Tell me if you can see this. Let's see. Go here. I'm gonna go share. Let me know if you can hear this. Oh, and then it disappears. Ain't that a bitch? That's not what I was trying to do. Give me a second here. That is not what I was trying to do. Bear with me 1 second. I had it up on the screen. There it is, right there. All right. Oh my God. Nothing is acting right now. Let me try this again. Go here. Share sound. All right. Listen to this real quick.
What's happening is white people are using this sort of oppression to put us against each other, but really quickly, and in 5 seconds or less, how do we move forward and balance this out? We move forward by just ending the Manister movement altogether, because it's a deep-seated hatred of women.
I think you just have to have brutally honest conversations about what's going on between men and women in Black society.
I feel like we move forward when we stop looking at each other as competition and we understand that feminism was never for Black women.
All right, and consciously, I know it's hard, but 5 seconds. How do we do it?
I'm a debater. Whoever want to get that smoke, holler at me. That's how you move forward. Education is elevation.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for being with us. Very riveting conversation.
So did y'all hear what he said? And the way he said it? He said, I'm a debater, and whoever want to get that smoke. I mean, first of all, you're on national TV. What he said before that disturbed the shit out of me, because he said, yeah, this dude up here, he older than my pops. And then, I mean, just the guy was in the panel. You know what I mean? And it's like, you acting ignorant on TV. You know, whoever want that smoke, really? Really, nigga? You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing so little respect for elders. That's one of the main things that's going on with the Negro right now. You know, there's a disconnect between the elder generation and these new up-and-coming Negroes. I'm gonna keep saying Negroes. You know what I mean? When I was younger, you were not allowed to get smart with an older person. You were not allowed to speak improperly to an elder. You was just not allowed. If you did, by the time you got your ass home, your ass was getting whipped. There was no disrespect at all when it came to elders. These younger Negroes coming up thinking that they inventing everything and that elders have nothing to share with them. You know what I mean? Like everything is them. And don't get me wrong, this starts in the house. This starts in the home. You know what I mean? That's one of the ways, my initial question, how do you get a people to self-destruct? All right, create a boundary between younger and older. That's one of the ways. Y'all may not see that as like a real important thing, but it actually is. An elder was one of the most important in ancient societies. The elders were one of the most important elements of the society. And there were traditions and wisdom and knowledge passed orally from the elders to the ones who were coming up. That is lost in this society. You know what I mean? It is lost. So, let me give you an example. If you have everybody seen Apocalypto, that movie, his father, Jaguar Paul, his father was a very, very important part of their village. Okay, a very important part. So you encourage people to not respect elders or people who's older than them. And there you have it. Young people have no respect at all. And they think that shit is cool. You know what I mean? Let's see. Oh, wow. Tosh made a very good. Yeah. I can't disagree with you. The older generation isn't in the home. Big Mama from the 70s, 80s are either dead from disease or still out pussy popping, and Paw still out running the streets. So young ain't been taught. Okay. All righty. Can't disagree with that, you know. But this is one of those things that I believe is by design. You know what I mean? How do you cause a people to self-destruct? Okay. So the shit they call rap music these days, that's another way. All right. Remember, I gave y'all a tip to watch Josie and the Pussycats whenever you can. Okay. Branded as comedy, but they put subliminal messages in the music. And look at the music you have today. Just look at it. Everything is kill, shoot. I got how many guns I got, how many bitches I can fuck. You know, if y'all were to sit and believe that this has no effect on the subconscious minds of these young people, you are fooling yourselves. There's another way, rap music. And so as I look at that same program that was on Revolt, it says that I guess his name is Young Thug and some other dude is they got a RICO case against them. So they're using rap music and their lyrics to entrap these people, right? When I saw that, I was like, oh, here we go, right? There was an article about 10 years ago that I tried so much to have people read this article. The people that I did have read this article did not believe it, did not believe the article. Say, oh, it was something made up. I said, look, man, this article, I mean, people ain't gonna believe it, but this is a plan. Remember, these elites or whatever you want to call them, they plan way in advance. They plan years in advance. Okay. I heard someone say recently, rap music is being infiltrated. Wrong. It has been infiltrated. This is not new. Okay. Remember, back when it was all that positivity and messages in rap music, then came gangster rap. All right. Now I want to share a small part of this article with you. Yes, Ty, thank you. It just reminds me of the Willie Lynch letter in full effect. Exactly. Now imagine my surprise when I see that this article is still floating around the internet. I was like, I knew it. People just don't believe it. You know what I mean? It's like they don't believe in Willie Lynch. Check this out, though. Check this out. I found the article and I was right 10 years ago. The secret meeting that changed rap music and destroyed a generation. This person, whoever wrote it, said, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 91, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music and ultimately American society. Okay. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to read you, give you the gist of what this article is about. I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of music business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Little did I know that we'd be asked to participate in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices I've ever seen. Okay? All right, so I'm going to skip because I don't want to read the whole thing. You can read it for yourself. The title is The Secret Meeting That Changed Rap Music and Destroyed a Generation. All right. Where was it? It was down here. Okay, here we go. Right here. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry, which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement. He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions to the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in confusion. At the time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with us. We were told that these prisons were built by Providence, who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more money the government would pay these prisons. All right, I'm going to keep skipping around, so bear with me. Our job would be to help make this happen by marketing music, which promotes criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies. And as an employee, we also be able to buy personal stocks in these prisons. Silence came over the room. You could have heard a pin drop. Again, it's a very interesting article that I see has stayed circulated for 10 years. I remember the first time I saw it circulating Facebook, it was 10 years ago. Okay. Now you got to think, I'm not a hater. You know, I don't knock anybody hustling, you know, but what exactly is this rap music doing? I try to listen to, I keep trying. I promise you, I keep trying to listen to this shit. And it's the same nonsense over and over and over again. And with these women, these rap women who is, whatever this new song is, I think her name is Big Boss Yvette. I've heard several women do the exact same thing. How many times in one song do you have to brag about how wet your pussy is? Dora pause. Let's see. I swear to you, I heard my kid listening to a TikTok clip where the rapper said, "I don't need no bitch. I will suck my own though." My son looked at me and asked how that can happen. Another Dora pause. What? How is that even possible? It's shit. I wish black men would stop falling for the okie doke. Everything black men do end up getting infiltrated and used against them. Thank you so much for saying that, Tosh. Thank you. Exactly. But the fact that this goddamn article is still on, I was able to find it easily. And it's like, don't get me wrong, the beats be slamming. And I think that's what draws people in. But as soon as you say something about it, then you're a hater or you're just old or no. Kids listen to this shit. You know what I mean? Kids listen to this. And if you think that music has no effect, then why back in, I think it was 1994, why did C. Dolores Tucker take 2 Live Crew to court? She was tired of women being degraded in the lyrics. Look it up. You know what I mean? Look it up. She was sick of it, and she took 2 Live Crew to court. Matter of fact, back then, that was the only group who was doing shit like that. That was it. It was only the 2 Live Crew. Calling witches women, you know, well, NWA too, but to go as far as talking about graphically fucking, that was the 2 Live Crew. Okay. And man, people ask me why I do not, well, nobody asks me now why I do not like Beyonce. Beyonce is what I call her. Because she does not, she's a mediocre singer who does nothing but shake her ass and flosses her weave around. I said it. I said it before. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to go into her music. It's not even worth it, you know. But yeah, and remember, if you watch my lives, I've asked. I said, does baritone singers exist anymore? How come everybody's singing in the same key? I mean, I can't even imitate it. I can't even imitate it. That's how that real. Then you had they auto-tune everything. Like you got real singers out here, like Donnell Jones and RJ from Next, the group Next, and a couple other people. We know these people, these brothers can sing, and yet they're on the song auto-tune. Why? We already know they can sing. Why are they auto-tune? That's the second way. How do you cause a people to how do you help a people self-destruct is a better way to say that. Okay. Nobody reads anymore. You can discourage people from reading. No, they are banning books now. Not now, but they've made movies telling y'all that this was coming. Fahrenheit 451, about the banning of books. Okay, and supposedly, remember, during slavery times, slaves were not allowed to read. And now slaves will not read at all. The beats, this reminds me that ancient African spells used drums and high intensity rhythm music. It was often used for trances. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Tosh. Absolutely. 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 I agree with you. But my point in saying the beats is that if you ask somebody what they like about a song, I've done it. I've done it just to test my theories out. What do you like about that song? It's the beat. That's the most common answer. It's the beat. Okay. Then I had some young dude tell me, oh man, it's so much lyricism. Really? This is the most unlyricist generation that has ever existed. The raps are very, very, very basic. I mean, it's called mumble rap, right? Which is an oxymoron in itself. So, yeah, rap music, disconnect from elders, discourage people from reading. They ain't gonna do it anyway. This is why I suggest so many movies. Okay, I don't know everything, but I expect that if I say something, the least you can do is go research it for yourself. Y'all all right? How else do you do this? Helping people self-destruct. You promote single motherhood. Yeah. Let me share my screen again, because this guy has a really good podcast. He's a really good, he got like a lot, like 500,000 subscribers to his channel. Called The Poor Man's Podcast. Shout out to that brother. I don't even know his name. But a couple times he has his videos have come across my timeline, right? He has this clip called Real Women Holding Feminists Accountable. So let's do this. And Cole.
You know, anti-single mothers. Do you really believe all of that stuff?
Who's the Christian here, Father? I care about the children. I care about how they are raised. And for you to be encouraging women to have children out of wedlock and discouraging them from being sent and to nice adoptive homes, I find shocking.
No, don't hurt her, please. She's saying she's going to hurt you. Hold on. No.
Listen, first of all, you are nobody to pass judgment because half of us didn't even know who you were until today. Second, I am a single mother. And I am a great parent. I own a business. I go to school full time. My daughter is smart. She is happy. I'm a mother and a father. And I am great parents. We should be questioning how well adjusted you are.
I wish single mothers all the luck in the world. Very helpful having you all stand up and insult me. You are proving to me that you are fantastic mothers.
The shade. That's Ann Coulter. If you look at that video in its entirety, the women who got offended were single mothers. And all she was saying is that statistically, people who do well in society in every aspect come from a two-parent household. That's all she was saying, you know? And she said that Reverend was up there promoting single motherhood. And if you hear what the woman said, it had nothing to do with her being a parent. She just proceeded to insult her. And that's what most of the women who stood up and talked, this is what they did. They insulted her. You know, they insulted her character. They couldn't address what she said. So go to an insult. Look at the video is not very long, maybe 10 minutes or so. Look at the video when you get a chance. Homosexuality, absolutely. Tosh, now you're gonna make me look at the Boondocks. I don't believe I've seen that episode, but I'm gonna look for it now. Hey Amari, what's up, man? Homosexuality, absolutely. They're promoting it. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time saying that part because you know anyone who speaks against that organization, the alphabet community, gets shut down really quick. Why is that? Nobody can speak their opinions anymore. You know what I'm saying? And now, remember in the 80s, that behavior was okay. I mean, not okay. It was considered a mental illness. And now it's not. Why is that? Promote single motherhood, promote homosexuality. People can't reproduce, can they? You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, it's my opinion. I have a right to that. Okay? I'm not, and let me go on record saying, I don't care what two people do in the bedroom. I don't. I do care that it's being pushed on kindergartens. Why they can't make that decision for themselves? Once they are preaching and teaching these youngins sex at way too early an age. Why all of this is all of a sudden okay now? But this is these are the ways that you can help a people self-destruct. That's my topic today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Star Goddess? Welcome. Namaste. Did I do that today? I don't think I did that. So, what do we have so far? You disconnect the elders from the youngins. Okay? You promote, heavily promote. Just awful, awful fucking lyrics in this rap music. Awful. You know, and all kind of decadent behavior in the videos. You know, it was never acceptable for a woman to talk about what's between her legs constantly in one song. In no song, actually. The women back in the day had so much respect for themselves. Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. You know what I'm saying? Queen Latifah, MC Light was one of the best MCs, and she always had clothes on. You know what I mean? Always had clothes on. Moni Love, Sweet Tea, Salt and Pepper. The closer they got to promoting sex, push it. That's it. That was it. And that was suggestive. These motherfuckers now, this just pussy so wet. I'm like, look, man, a lot of women, and when I was growing up, no disrespect to any female watching this. When I was growing up, that was a bragging point for most women. How good this shit was. You know what I mean? I'm like this though. Dope sells itself. Yeah. But for a grown woman to do that, it was the young girls that used to do that, talk about how great they were. You know, it was the young girls who used to do that. It wasn't grown women doing that. Now you got grown women promoting that. You know what I mean? And doing some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. So, you separate the elders from the youngers. Act like elders don't mean anything. Act like they don't have any wisdom to pass down, which is the dumbest shit ever. Promote rap music. Because, I mean, it's been infiltrated. It didn't just start. It been happened. You know, they did it slowly in the beginning. Now it's just, now you got rappers wearing women's clothes and just, but it's okay. This is just okay. Feel me? Right. I like the way Tosh put it. The culture is just vulgar, low class, and proud to be ignorant. Proud to be ignorant. I made a very, very interesting observation one day when I was traveling through Philadelphia. I was still living in Philadelphia. And when I used to travel, I used to take public transportation. Okay. To get to my destination that day, I believe I had to take a bus, the subway, and then a trolley. Okay. It was early in the morning and kids were on their way to school. Okay. Now, I was coming from northeast Philly, which was where my mother lived. And the bus was quiet. And you had a bunch of kids on there reading. Okay. I always give this example because I think it's a perfect example. They were quiet and they were reading and they were into their books. All of them were Caucasian. I got to the subway and all the black kids, loud, cussing, unruly, bragging about, not all of them, but a lot of them was bragging about how many subjects they were failing. I was like, this is such a big difference. You know what I mean? Because when I was growing up, yes, intelligence was mocked. Intelligence was supposedly you acting white. I had people who wanted to fight me just simply for being smart. Bullshit, you're not. Just for being a teacher's pet. I was that. And I had people wanting to fight me for that. For no other reason. You know what I mean? We're kind of taught, and this is sad, we're kind of taught at an early age that intelligence is strictly for white people. Programming. Straight up programming. I feel like shame needs to be brought back. Right. Shame people. Shame people. People are scared. Parents have fucking failed their children. They act like they're friends instead of parents. You know what I mean? They have made parents afraid of their own children because all the child has to do is pick up the phone and call the cops. That's all they got to do. And CPS will be at your house. So the lack of discipline in the children, you know, it's sad. It's a sad, sad thing. It's sad. You know, it's really sad. Okay. And this is one of the reasons that I say Magick is the only thing we have. Because this generation that's growing up, that's coming up, they are done. They lost. Okay. Azazel has his what he tells me, and I'm not going to repeat it here because that's for him to say. Okay. He has a reason, and I agree with him though. He has a reason of why this generation is the way they are. You know. But it's a sad state of affairs. Anything spiritual is mocked and dismissed. Now it's trendy. I've been on this journey a long time. And when I first started, I kept it hidden for a while. When I first started throwing out little stuff, I got looked at funny. If you spiritual and you fuck with magic and demons and angels and spirits and deities and servitors, people look at you funny. Like you're odd. You know? But these were ancient spiritual practices. This is what we practiced. This is how we kept our family safe. Now it's dismissive or everybody can do it now. Now it's for everybody. Now it's trendy. I wish it would go back to being just a few people doing it. Because now you can Google a couple spells on Google and then start selling shit. No mastery of nothing. Feel me? That's crazy. Black people need to do better. Intelligence isn't just for white people. But this is the era in which I grew up. You know, I was looked at funny just for being smart, just for speaking a certain way. That it wasn't just me. You know what I mean? It was not just me. I've heard similar stories of people who grew up in my era. You know, oh, you just talking white. This is shit that has been said to me. You just talking white. Or because I went to Catholic school, and in Catholic school, you have to dress up. You have to wear shirt and tie, shoes, pants, suit jacket, every day. Every single day. And in church every single Sunday. I was an altar boy. I was in church all the damn time. You know what I mean? But it's a sad state, and the cycle is continuing. If you look at this rap music and, you know, how people view magic and the spiritual science is they view it as something that's not worthy of respect and something that's not tangible. So they don't respect it. See what I'm saying? And they go to people. The measure of how good someone is how many followers they have, how many subscribers. That's the measure, not the results. Just how many people follow you. Isn't that something? Exactly. Spirituality is looked down on. I think it's disgusting. Spiritually saved my life. I tell people that and they laugh at me. Yeah, it comes with the territory, though. I hate to say that, but it does. You get my family still give me the side eye about shit. You know what I mean? They still do, and I still don't give a fuck. Spirituality has made me grow, has made me evolve. You know what I mean? I know the meanings of stuff instead of walking around here just ignorant to everything, not paying attention to dreams or paying attention to totems. You know what I mean? Just it's looked down on. All of that's by design. All of it. Okay? All of it. Everything I've mentioned here is a way to help people self-destruct. As a matter of fact, in ancient civilizations, spirituality was the number one thing. Okay? Your name described who you were and the tribe that you come from. Which is why I pick that name, Magick of the Crossroads. It actually means something. It's not just there. Know what I'm saying? Hey, but I mean, Star Goddess, just keep going. You know, keep doing what you do. You know, it gets better. The more you become spiritual, the more protected you are, the more things flow into your life easier. See what I'm saying? The more you can bypass all this mundane shit. All right. I think I talked long enough. How long have I been here? Here is a book I want to introduce. My family put me out the house when they found my candles in my room. See, that's the kind of shit that people do. They still look at it like with hesitancy. That is such a bad thing because that programming has been put there. Trust me, I had so much deprogramming I had to do. You know, sometimes when I think about certain subjects, I still have programming that I have to just get rid of. You know what I mean? That program is deep. It is deep rooted. This book, if you are on this path, I do highly suggest this book. Okay, this can give you. This is a reference book. All right, you see how I jump? I just jump. But the Book of 5,000 Spells. Okay. There's about 900 pages. The ultimate reference book for magical arts. Judica Ills. Okay, I said 5,000. It's the 1,000 spells. All right. So, look what they give you in the introduction. Well, beyond the introduction. Spell casting. Key concept for casting magic spells, animal spells, banishing, cleansing, death, dreams, the evil eye, happy home, healing, hexes and their antidotes, love, luck and success, marriage and divorce, money, pregnancy, protection, unblocking, youth, beauty, and longevity, blah, blah, blah. Book of 1,000 spells. If you're traveling this path, I highly suggest that book. Tosh, you're gonna make me now I'm really wondering what episode that Boondocks is. But Ann Coulter was on point in that video. Look at the whole video when you get a chance. Look at that whole video. I don't really like her. I don't care for her either. But on that video and on that topic, she's absolutely correct. You know, you throw out words and statistics and people just disregard it like it don't mean shit. Like it doesn't relate to patterns. And the patterns are that the jails are filled with people who come from one-parent homes. Okay, that's mostly the people that's there. That's a statistic. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not just saying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just, okay, yeah. But you get my point. I had another book that I want to suggest to y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna wrap this up. This book will teach you how to have passive income. Unfortunately, we all need money in this society. Rich Dad, Poor Dad has some great tips in it. It's only about 75 pages long. I think I still have the physical book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a great book. A lot of successful people have read this particular book. Okay, so you can always do money spells to bring you cash, money, wealth. Okay. What about the concept of keeping it? What about diversifying your money? You see what I'm saying? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, damn it. One more book. One more. All right. Al G. Manning. This book is called Helping Yourself with Psychocosmic Power. Remember, his books are for people who don't want to dive too deep into the magical arts or the occult. Okay. For some people, that's the practical way to go, is to use the mind. Okay. He explains what psychocosmic power is and how to tap in it. You know, I'm a big fan of Al G. Manning's books because they work. You know about me, I'm all about results. Okay. So, what we have gotten into today's Friday. I said, how do you cause a people to self-destruct? You get them to self-hate themselves. And then you, for lack of a better term, you recruit other people within that group to attack people who are trying to break the other people from the program. That makes sense? Disrespect the elders. Listen to garbage ass music. Promote feminism. Promote homosexuality. Intelligence should be only for Caucasians. And fuck anything that's spiritual and that's occult. You hear that word occult, run from it. You know what I mean? All these are tools that are used and have been used for years to help people self-destruct. Make sense? I'm the only Magick LaQuire. I hope y'all have a good holiday if you celebrate this day, or if you just off and going to some cookouts. Have a good weekend. I will see y'all next time. Thanks for joining. As always, namaste.